Hello YouTube, this is GamerX here and welcome back to another video. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. Anywho, it's been a while. Yes, I know, again, instead of though apologizing and sitting here saying why I was gone, I'm just going to get straight to what, I'm here for. So, due to literally Roblox Studio being the most viewed video I have, I'm going to be making another part to it. Let me check this real quick. It's recording me. Good. This is recording me as well. Good. Anywho, so yeah. I am going to be doing another tutorial for this, obviously. So yeah, the only thing I'm going to apologize for, because I don't want to sit here and apologize for a million things, is that it took me so long to make another one. I was just sitting here trying to think of stuff because I'm not that good at this and I don't know everything about it, so I'm not the best source for a tutorial, but I'm better than nothing. So anyway, last time we went over the overlay, explaining all these different tabs, which there are a little more than what I remember. Also, I don't know why this changed. This is definitely different in mine. Might have to update it. Anywho, so yeah, this is the old one, which I don't know why. So I'm not going to go over that then. I'm just going to focus on this. And as for why this is the old one, I really don't know why. Anywho, so the topic that this one's going to be for, since I'm literally like 2 minutes in and all I've been doing is talking, the tutorial for this is going to be about the properties window and about and if there's time we'll go into some other things. So, let's do that. So, let's spawn it apart, and as you'll see, when it is selected with the blue box, a whole bunch of properties pop up. And if you don't know how to do this, you go into View, Properties, click it, and then here. So yeah. The properties window, like I explained last time, and if I didn't, then I will explain it this time, is basically where all the data is for it. Now, I don't remember if I explained it last time because I didn't watch it before this, but I'm going to explain it again if I did, so sorry. So we had the appearance, the data, the behavior, the part, surface inputs, and surface. I don't know every single one of these, but I'm going to just do the best I can to help. So let's do brick color. Obviously that's pretty self-explanatory. You select this and the brick changes color. So we'll do light lime green. This is the material. So you can have it be made out of wood planks. You can have it be made out of pebbles. You can have it be made out of cobblestone, brick, diamond, concrete, fabric, foil, neon. Basically a whole bunch of things. So we'll set that back to plastic. So yeah, that's basically for decoration purposes, and obviously this is kind of for decoration purposes too. Reflectance. So yes, right there it says specifies how reflective and shiny the part is. So if I set it to, I don't know how high this can go. Oh, it can go up to 1. So if I set it to 1, you'll see that, where did I go? Oh, there. You'll see that the clouds are reflective in it. Now, this works for a couple things. Windows, like if you want to make a window, you can make it reflective so that way it kind of looks more realistic. Or you can use it for, like metal and stuff like that. I will note, and I don't know if this has changed, but as far as I know, that it does reflect the clouds and sun even if indoors. They may have changed that. They may not have. I don't remember. Okay. Because I haven't fooled around with it in a while. And then this is the transparency. So let me set that to 0. So yeah, as you can see, this makes it how see-through the part is. So you can make it extremely see-through, you can make it invisible, so you can make an invisible wall, You can make it slightly see-through. This works for like trees, like if you want to add the leaves in the trees to be slightly see-through, since they kind of are in real life, because there's not just a blocky green thing in real life. You could do something like that, or a light, or like windows and stuff like that. So that's what that is for. Then we have the class name, which it will tell you if it's a part, a sphere, wedge, cylinder, stuff like that, I'm assuming. And then this is the name that you give it. You can change it in here, or you can change it in the Explorer. Shows you what the parent is, so like where it's at. So if I put it in the base plate, or I made a model, it would say that the parent was that model. So that's how that works. Position shows where it is. You'll see that changes as I move it. I don't know my things with position, but I know that this is the X, Y, and I forget Z coordinates. I know it's the X, Y coordinates, but there also is probably Z there. But yeah. And then you have the rotation. So if I press R, it says it rotated 90 degrees that way. And then if I do it this way, it's negative 180 on both sides. So yeah, that's how that works. Rotation velocity, I don't know what that is. That might have to do with like the little hinges you add to it. Like it shows you how fast it's spinning when you put a hinge on it, like a wheel of a car or something like that. That might be what that's for. It's not, don't quote me on that. Velocity, I think, well, I know what velocity means, is like how fast something is going. Yeah, how fast the part is traveling. There's a good reason, otherwise try using body force to move part. Yeah, so that's what that's for, basically. So that was the appearance and data. Now we're going to behavior. So anchored, if you select anchored, that means that this part will not move no matter what you do to it. You can blow it up, you can shoot it, you can try to push it, it's not going anywhere. Archivable determines whether or not an instance can be saved when the game closes, attempts to save the game. Okay, so yeah, this shows like if it will save, the part when you save the game. Which I think what you could do with that is like if you had something that was meant to be blown up, what you could do is you could have so you leave the game, come back, and it's still there. Or you can have it so when you blow it up, you come back into the game and it's not there anymore. I don't know exactly. Can collide. Now, determines whether physical interaction... Okay, so... Can collide is something that you select if you want to be able to go through this part. So, for instance, let me play real quick and show you how this works. Yes, this is my new character. Hi. So if I have that selected, as you can see, I'm going through the part. So meaning you can't interact with it, but it is there. So that's cool. Locked means that if I select... Actually, let me turn that back on. So if I select that, that means I can't select it in studio mode. So this is good if you like want to highlight an area, but you don't want to highlight a certain part. You can also go into model, lock, unlock all, and do that, or select lock. And then there's also collisions and stuff like that in here. So you can do it in properties or out there. Then we have the resizable face and resizable increment. I don't know what that is. So you might have to fool around with that, see what that is. Custom physical properties. Again, I don't know what that is. Density, friction, elasticity, friction, weight. So stuff like that. I don't know what it does. Again, experiment with it. Shape. So this does if you want it to be a ball. Oh god. I turned the base plate into a ball. Okay, here's another thing. When you're selecting things, don't select the base plate. And you know what I should have done is I should lock the base plate. See? Even using tutorials, it's good. Also, the shadows are all messed up now. Let me move it to an area where it's light. Anywho. So yeah, that changes the shape. So if you want it to be a ball, it's a ball. You want it to be a cylinder, cylinder. You want it to be a block again, it's a... Okay then, so block turns into a square, not that. Size is pretty self-explanatory. So if you select 2, 4, 4, so that is the width. And then if you do 2, 2, 4, that is the height. And then I'm assuming 4 is going to be the length. So 2, 2, 2. Length. So yeah, that's how that works. Now I have a cube. Looks like a Lego brick. Anywho, so surface inputs are a whole bunch of settings that I have no idea what they do. I am sorry, you will have to experiment with that, like I said. And this is a surface, so if you want it to be unjoinable, universal, studs, motor, smooth without the outlines, you want it to be smooth, motor, back. It's on the back. Yeah, so that's a motor, kind of like if you wanted it to be a car wheel. Actually, you would have to do, I think, a hinge for a car wheel. And then you have glue, inlet, stepping motor, studs, weld, unjoinable, universal, stuff like that. That's basically what that does. And then you could change that for every single one of them. So that's the properties window. How long have I recorded for? 11 minutes. I'll go on a little longer. Do some other things. So I guess real quickly we'll go over... since I've already gone over this, and I actually have some plugins. We'll go over these real quick. So like I just went over all these, that basically applies to the same thing. Grouping, pretty sure that's self-explanatory. I don't know if I went over that, but boom, group, and then ungroup, that puts them together. And then solid modeling, I will go over that in this too. Basically, if you click union, these become one part. And then separate, and then if you click negate on one of them, and then you union them together, it basically can take a chunk out of it. So that's what that does. Effects, I guess we'll go over effects real quick. So we have explosion, fire, point light, smoke, sparkles, spotlight, surface light, and particle emitter. Explosion, again, pretty self-explanatory. If I right click and I do insert object, you have all of these, which I have no idea what some of these are, but I mean, some of these are pretty self-explanatory. So we'll do explosion. So now if we go into the properties window, or actually we go in here, we click on explosion, then go into properties, we can do this. So we do blast radius, blast pressure, destroy, craters, explosion. So now if we click run, real quickly, we should see an explosion, right? No? Probably already exploded and I didn't see it. But yeah, that's the explosion, which again, I haven't used it, so you'd have to go over and take a look at it. What was the other ones? Yes, I had to go check. Fire is pretty self-explanatory what fire does. Yeah, you go into fire, you can change the color, the heat, the name, the secondary color, the size. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. Point light, spotlight, surface light. So I'll just go over these individually instead of showing you what they look like, but point light is basically, will turn this entire block into like a light source. So light will come off of it every single side, and it will just be like a light, basically. Spotlight will have a light go off a certain side of the object. So you can have it come off the top, and it will only go off the top, not any other place. And then surface light, I think, is the same thing. Actually, let's experiment with this real quick. spotlight. Oh yeah, so I was right about spotlight thing. So that's good. It's always good when X is right. And he's doing a... So what's surface light? Surface light seems to be the exact same thing, so that's that. Smoke, again, pretty self-explanatory what smoke does. You go in here, you can change the opacity, rise, size, all that cute stuff, fun stuff, whatever. Sparkles, again, pretty self-explanatory. And then you can... Now, they've changed all these. Like, the fire and stuff looks nicer and all that, so that's cool. But yeah, you go in Sparkles, Properties. You can change the color. That's it. And then we have a new one, which is Particle Emitter, which I will go over a little more detail now. Basically, what Particle Emitter does is it allows you to customize what comes off of it. So you have the light emission, you have the color, you have the size, you can have a texture, which basically can be any type of decal that you put on Roblox can be shot out of this. Transparency, don't know what that is. Name, and all this, again, pretty self-explanatory. Archival, again. Acceleration is how fast it's going. So let's just do 10, 0, 0. So as you can see, they're going to go that way. And then if I select it, let's just do 10, 10, 10. Yes, so now they're going to go into space. So that does the speed, basically, for it. And I'm going to make this video a little longer since people have been waiting. But, yeah, random. Drag. What does that do? That doesn't do anything. That doesn't seem to want to work. Okay, anywho, locked apart. Don't know what that does. Velocity inheritance, again, don't know what that does. So you guys gotta explore with these three. Oh, this is the directions coming off. So it can either come out the back, the bottom, front, left, right, top. Enabled. Lifetime shows how long they'll last. So let's do 1, 5. Yeah, so it's hard to tell, but as you can see, they're starting to disappear sooner. And just in case you can't see that, I will do this. Yeah, so as you can see, they disappear way quicker. Rate shows how many come out, so let's just set this to like 1,000. So as you can see, 1,000 particles are coming out. Or if, you know, you want it to be a little bit, set to 5. Have a couple particles come out at once. Rotation, it's full run with this. What do you do? What is this? Oh, I think the particles themselves are spinning. Hold on, let me change the speed to like 5 again. Oh no, that's too fast still. 1, 1, 1. Are they spinning? Oh, rotation speed, duh. I don't know. You have to oh, and then this is the spread, so if I set this to like 100, they'll basically shoot off in all directions. So yeah, and like I said, these can be anything. Like, anything at all. No, I don't want to add a file to this. So yeah, you basically go on Roblox and... or anything. I think it's anything, but I think it might just be Roblox too. So just, you go on Roblox, find a decal, put it in there, boom, it'll shoot it out. Let me actually Actually, I would do an example, but it's recording everything on my screen, so I don't want to do that, and I'm checking to see how long I've been recording for. So yeah, what did we go over so far? So we went over the properties, we went over the effects. I guess we can go over the advanced objects, like all these. Select children. Actually, we'll go over these two. Cut, again, pretty self-explanatory. Copy, explanatory. Paste. Paste into means that if you have a part here and you copied a part previously, you can select this part and then paste the copied part into it so that it will turn into a model. Duplicate, it will basically make the exact same part. It's kind of like copy and paste. Delete, we'll delete it, obviously. Group, we'll obviously group a whole bunch of parts. Ungroup them, union, negate, separate, we already went over that. Select children means that if you're in a model and you select that, it'll select everything inside of it. Zoom to means that if you're far away from this part and you press F or you click on zoom to, you will go to that part. Insert part means that you insert a part into it, and then here's the objects. I don't know a lot of these, but I will just tell you what they are. So you have accessory, animation, attachment, ball socket, constraint, billboard, GUI, bindable event, bindable function, block mesh, body, angular velocity, body force, body gyro, body position, body thrust, body velocity, bool value, brick color value, C-frame value, click detector, color 3 value, configuration, cylinder mesh, decal. I do know what decal is. I think decal is you just put like a decal from Roblox on it. So yeah, dialogue. I never fooled around with that, but I'm assuming it's pretty self-explanatory. Explosion, we already went over that. Fire, we went over that. Folder, never fooled around with that. Force field, also kind of explanatory what a force field is, but let's see what happens if I select it. Now, will it actually be around it? Oh, let's see if I play. Will it be there if I play? I don't... Okay, yeah, that's what it does, apparently. People who've played this already and know what that does probably are, like, looking at me like I'm stupid. Anywho, that doesn't do what I thought it did, so you have to fool around with that. Hinge constraint, int value, local script, module script, number value, object value, particle emitter, point light, participant constraint, ray value, remote event, remote function, rocket propulsion, road constraint, rope constraint, screen GUI, script, smoke, sound, sparkles, special mesh, spotlight, spring constraint, string value, surface GUI, surface light, texture tool, and vector. I will tell you what the ones I know do. If I don't know what they do, I'll just say full run with it. But yeah, decal puts a picture in it, I'm assuming. Cylinder mesh turns it into a cylinder. Block mesh turns it into a block. Dialogue, I'm assuming it does what I think it does. In use. Is this do what I think it does? Yeah, so as you can see, you'll be able to make your own conversations with things if you did a role-play game or something like that. Oh no. Okay, yeah, there you go. So, explosion, again, folder, don't know. Script, local script, module script, and normal script. Those are all scripting things, which I will not get into, probably, unless I learn scripting. So, fool around with that, and for people who know how to script, good job. Particle emitter went over that. Point light went over that. These are all probably have to do with force, like how it moves. Assuming. Sound plays a sound from the block, I'm assuming. Let's fool around with that, actually. Looped. Playing. Sound ID. So yeah, you could choose what sound you want to play on it. But yeah, let me play it, see if it works. god, my volume should not be that high. What is it doing so high? So yeah, I'm assuming that's what that does. I'm so sorry. People are like, what are you doing, X? And then texture, tool, I think, turns the thing into a tool so people can hold it. Special mesh is a custom mesh, I'm assuming. GUI has to do with GUIs, which I might get into because I know a little bit about it. Texture changes to texture. Yeah. So what did we go? So it's 25 minutes in, and we've gone over everything in the properties menu, which this does slightly change depending on what you're working with, clearly, as you've seen, and everything has a properties menu, even if you can't really do anything in it. We went over the effects, and then we also went over this, and we went over solid modeling. So I think that's a good video to end with. Excuse me, I have hiccups. So yeah. That was my Roblox Studio tutorial, episode 2. I don't know what I'm going to call this. Probably like properties, solid modeling, effects, stuff like that. Or customization. I'll do that probably. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you did, click like, subscribe for more. And, yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!